Hey guys, it's G and Wells again, and this is Unit 5, Day 2, still working with equations. So yesterday we pretty much focused on steps 1 and 2 of solving equations, and we pretty much just left them as expressions. There was no equal signs. We just wanted you to simplify. So for this one, as you can see in our practice problems number 6, we finally have that equal sign. Alright, so the first thing that I do when solving an equation is I draw my river to separate both sides of the equation. And I can see that for my first step that there's parentheses, so I know that I have to distribute. Now the thing that makes this one tricky is that there's no number on the outside of that parentheses. So what I do is I usually just put an invisible 1 right there. Because that's essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute that -1 inside the parentheses. Alright, so let me do that real quick. So it'll be a negative x, because -1 times x is negative x, and then a -1 times a positive 2 is a -2. Now notice that this 6 is still here. I can't let that just float away. I have to bring that down. If I don't use it, I bring it down. So I'll bring down my 6, and then I go over to my right-hand side, and I'm just going to bring everything down because there are no, put my equal sign there, there are no parentheses, so I'm just going to bring everything down. Now my second step says to combine like terms. So when I look on my left-hand side of the equation, I see that there are 3 terms. There's a 6, a negative x, and a -2. And this is where I'm going to circle the terms that I can combine. So I have a positive 6 and a -2. Alright, I'm going to bring down my negative x, and then my signs are different, so I'm going to subtract, which is going to give me 4, and there's more positive 6 than 2, so it'll be a +4, bringing my equal side down. Here again, I have 3 terms, and I can't combine anything with that 4x, but I can combine that -5 and positive 4 together. And so just to be consistent, I'll bring my 4x down, I'll subtract my 9 and 5, and get a +4. And that's steps 1 and 2 of solving an equation.
And just to move right along to number 10 here, steps 1 and 2 are done on this question, but we're going to add in step 3 and 4 now. Our river is already drawn. Step 1, no parentheses. Step 2, nothing to combine. Step 3 is to choose a variable on the number side. The way that I like to think about it is what side has the bigger variable. Well, this side's got a 2n, and my right side here's got a 5n. Clearly the 5 is bigger than 2, so I'm going to call this side my variable side, which means I want all my variables to end up on that side, and I want all my numbers to end up on the other side. That's step 3. Step 4 is called out of place. Now, what number or variable is not on the correct side? You can start with either the variable or the number. That's up to you. I'm going to move the variables. So right now, my 2n is on the number side. I don't want it there. I want to move it over to the variable side. So I'm going to do opposite operation. The opposite of a positive 2n is a -2n. I'm going to do that to both sides. Canceling out here because 2n minus 2n is nothing. I still have a -6 on this side. My other side, I have a 5n minus 2n. 5n minus 2n is 3n. And I still have that -12 there. So far now, all my variables are on the correct side. But there's still a number that's out of place. I still have a -12 here on the variable side. I don't want that. I want the -12 somehow to get over here to the number side. So opposite operation again, I'm going to add 12 to each side, because that will eliminate it on this side, because -12, +12 cancel out, leaving me just a 3n over here. And then on this side, I need to just do some math. Day 1 of Unit 1, we did this. -6 plus 12. Different signs means subtract them. We're going to get 6, and there are more positives than negatives, so it's a +6. And that is as far as we're going to go today. Tomorrow we're going to add one more step to this.